Landlords, beware of drafting your own leases. If you put any ambiguities in your lease, they could be used against you in court. Hi, my name is Rob Wells. I'm the Landlord Warrior on TikTok and YouTube. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our videos. Now, I had a landlord, come in for a case review. They needed to terminate their tenancy, look at the lease, and they had clear, ambiguous terms in the lease about whether the agreement was month to month or a 1 year lease. The landlord actually had both terms in their lease. And when that happens, that could be a major problem in court. The reason is, if it is an unexpired lease, you just can't give notice to terminate it. And in this particular case, we actually had Tenant Protection Act issues too. So, in this matter, once the tenant had lived there for 12 months or greater, they got Tenant Protection Act protections under California state law. And, landlord's asking me, Rob, can I terminate the lease? And looked through the lease and unfortunately came to the conclusion that because of the ambiguous terms in the lease and how certain things were scratched out, it appeared to me that it looked like a 1 year lease and for an entire year, 365 days. And the tenant would accrue, Tenant Protection Act rights before the landlord could technically terminate it with, like a 60-day notice. So, you need to be very careful, landlords, about what forms or what you're typing in your leases, because if you have unclear terms, those can be construed against you. There's a principle in contract law in California that has adopted this, is if you're the maker of the lease, basically, any unclear terms or ambiguous terms are going to be construed against you in a light favor to the tenant. So, in that case, figured, if we ended up in court over a month-to-month lease or a year lease, it looked like the court's probably going to side with the tenant. It's probably a year lease, to avoid, being, the tenancy being terminated without just cause. So, just be very careful, landlords, when you're drafting those things, or even using form leases. If you don't know what the terms are or anything like that, you need to get competent landlords counsel to help you explain that, or help out fill out your forms or draft your leases. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below. Try to answer them to my best of my ability. And until next time, folks, we'll see you then. Thanks.